life is short, and there are only so many things that you can do in life before you can't do them anymore. And that is why you must make use of what time you have while you still have it. So, for example, if you happen to be thinking of getting married, perhaps there are a few things you might want to do before you take the plunge. Today on the show, we're talking about the 5 things you might want to tick off the list before you get married. And mostly, we would be thinking in terms of the qualities of the person to consider before jumping down the road to marriage. But what about as it applies to yourself and your own personal pursuits? The 5 things you want to be done with before you get married. If you had to look at it that way, what would those 5 things be? So, for example, there are things that you won't be able to do after you get married. And it's important for you, I think, to get those out of your system before you get married and then complain that you can't do those things anymore. Can I give you an example?
Please give me the example. Because I'm here, I'm still like, what do you mean?
I want to give
Marriage is not the end of your life.
I'm telling you, in many ways it is.
Oh, please, Fatboy.
Exactly. So just like you need a bucket list as you lie on your deathbed, so you also need a bucket list before you get married.
And what are those
a list of
Fatboy?
things that you must do before you become someone's spouse. For example, threesome.
Fatboy, you can do a threesome with your husband or your wife. Yes, you can.
Would he allow?
Yes, he would allow.
Yeah.
Couples,
to bring another man.
to bring another man. Yes. Your job. Your job.
No.
There are couples out here that are swinging.
Really?
Swinging like monkeys on trees.
Really?
Swinging.
Because, I know that many men are partial to having 2 ladies in the situation.
Okay.
They're okay with that kind of a threesome. But for there to be a second man in the room, that tends not to go down very well.
Why?
For most guys.
You're not comfortable in your sexuality?
No, it's like I'm being threatened.
Threatened that what? That is going to pound your woman.
No, I mean,
and you will have to witness it.
I can't even. I already have a headache just thinking about it.
What else?
So there's that.
Okay.
Also, you might want to start a business. If you have any entrepreneurial aspirations, you're probably better off doing those things before you get married.
Okay.
Some people describe marriage as a dream killer.
Really?
Because the amount of time, effort, and energy and resources you would have to pour into any serious venture you want to get into, whether it be a career in music or in art or in dancing or as an entrepreneur, it'll require so much of your time and energy that you won't possibly have that time to give to a spouse who would very quickly feel alienated, feel ignored, feel unappreciated, and then you get a divorce. So you kind of want to get all of that, the hustling and the bustling out of the way. And I know what people say is that, no, you want to marry the person who stuck by you throughout all of that. But I feel like that's asking a lot from a person.
No, it's not.
To just sit on the sideline as you chase your dream. I feel like many people lose patience and just quit.
That's the thing. You're not just sitting on the sideline. You're also chasing your dream and doing what it is that you want to do. And we are coexisting in our dream chasing together. I support you, you support me. You could start a business together and
is that how it is? I feel like
and apply both your expertise into it. Say for instance, you own a radio station and your wife is probably into marketing and she's a great marketeer or something. She brings her skill, her resources into your company. You run it together. I don't see how, because if you start that before you get married, so what happens when you get married? So you stop? You close your business?
I guess the worst is over, you could say, maybe. And then you can kind of settle into a system.
How do you know when the worst is over? Because there isn't a time period. It's not like saying that 2 years you're not going to start making profits or the economy is not going to crash. Or you cannot predict these things. You need somebody who is going to be there with you.
I don't know, but I just feel like being in a serious, committed marriage or relationship when you are trying to be an entrepreneur can be a real challenge. First of all, I mean, you are highly stressed, so you're going to be irritable. You're going to just be snappy at your partner, getting angry at her for small things because, maybe something business related is just on your mind. It's going to affect your bedroom performance.
I do.
Excuse me. when your business is struggling, you think you're going to be able to function properly in the bedroom.
I don't like to see the glass half full.
So even your sex life will be affected.
I don't like to see the glass half full. I like to see it half empty, because sometimes if you choose right and you have the right person by your side, that person can help you find those answers. For instance, let me give an example. She may not have an idea or clue about what it is that you do at work or what your work is about. But what you need from her is comfort and a safe haven when you come home. And she creates that ambience for you, that you come home and relax and you can have a clear mind to actually push through your challenges at work. So it's about teamwork. And
If
I keep
only.
saying, find
If
a
only.
team player.
If only. I don't know, man,
Find
but
a team
it's the
player,
funniest
Fatboy.
feeling to be seated there with a lot on your mind, like a lot on your, like all this stuff is weighing on you and you're thinking about it, and you're hanging out with your girl and she's going on about her stupid friends and how she had a fight with her boyfriend, or how she just takes you down this road of just empty gossip, and you got to sit there and be like, oh really, honey, oh damn, your friends are crazy. And at the back of your mind you're like, all right, okay, so there's this money now, I gotta chase this, I gotta make these moves, I gotta call this person.
But
it's like you're thinking about all these things, and whereas the partner you have might be just wanting you to cater more to her own interests.
Then you shouldn't
You
be
understand
with that
what I'm saying?
person. You should. This is the thing. If you don't feel safe and vulnerable having to talk to your partner, then you shouldn't be with this person at all. I honestly believe that. Because if you are there and, I don't know, actual problems
And also in
are
your-
weighing you down, and
Yep.
all she cares about is, empty gossip, then you are with the wrong person. You really are.
I don't believe. You see, what I don't believe in right person, wrong person. I believe in right person, bad situation. I think everyone has potential to be a disappointment, and it might just be from your perspective that they're disappointing you. From their perspective, they think they're choosing better. They think that they don't have to deal with someone like you who is so broke, who is so distracted, who is so stressed, and maybe they feel like they're better off with someone who's a bit more relaxed and is more comfortable in their situation.
Like what I said in the first, when we first talked about this, what you need to check for in your partner, I said common sense, and you laughed about it. So if your partner cannot read the room and does not know your body language, or cannot tell that you are stressed, because sometimes we just know, like, hey babe, you're off, you're so quiet, what's up, are you okay, do you need a moment by yourself?
By the way, we know,
you want to talk? You
men
understand?
know,
So
men
common sense
men
is
know,
key.
men know that you can tell that we are stressed. But although we notice that you seem not to care anyway, even after you've noticed.
But you see, again, Fatboy, then why are you with this woman? Stop tying yourself on big brown bummed women. Find you a woman who is going to actually help you.
You just don't realize it. Any woman has the potential to be this way, depending on her situation.
Just find the one that's meant for you. Don't find someone who is not about the same goal. That's why I say you need to find a team player. Find someone who shares the same goals, who has the same vision as you. Your tag team partner. That is the one.
What is it you think? What is it you think men don't look for women like that?
I don't.
You think when a man is thinking, oh, I need a girlfriend, he thinks, yeah, let me go to the club and find the girl that's laying on the floor drunk. That's my girlfriend. No, we meet girls, talk to them, go out on a few dates, spend some time, and then form the impression that she's. By the time we've decided, okay, we want to make her a girlfriend, trust me, we've been with her long enough to think that she's ideal. Only that. Eventually, as time passes and her circumstances change, her interests change, her needs change, you may find that me, the boyfriend, I'm no longer in position to meet those needs. And then she'll politely just say, hey, I'm just not feeling this anymore. I wish you the best.
Have conversations, Fatboy. And you always say it's boring. I'm not saying have a lecture workshop. I just, quizzing your partner. But let me give you an example. A guy that has been in my life in and out, hit me up yesterday.
That sounds wrong.
Listen.
That sounds wrong.
You know what I mean. He called me yesterday and he wanted to see me. And I was in bed and I was like, but why should I see you? I'm like, I've known you all this long and I can't say that being with you or even knowing you has been beneficial to me. in one way or the other. It's not like I can't depend on you emotionally. I can't even come to you when I have good news because you're going to, trivialize it and, point. You cannot even give me any connections. Like, I'm not benefiting
So what does he want?
way.
What does he want?
I don't know. I told him, you stop disturbing me because this is not beneficial to
He wants
me
to
in any way.
clap them cheeks.
You can. He wasn't even.
Woo! These boys of Kampala, they're no joke. Watch out now.
So I told him, like, as in, this is just not going anywhere and it's not working for me.
I see.
And I think it's important for us to start evaluating our relationships ourselves. Let's ask yourself, am I happy with this person? And not that, or they, make funny jokes or what, but do I feel myself, my 100% authentic self with this person?
So if you know all this information, how come this person has not been found by you?
This is the thing. And I realize these men
You're an
don't
idealist.
like to have,
That's your problem.
I'm not. I'm also very practical. And a lot of men think I am being too harsh or too blunt with them or too rude. And I'm like, I'm not being rude. I'm just laying it all out right here. So let's have a conversation about it. If you're not ready, I'll give you time. Okay? And if you don't, and if you're never ready to have this conversation, it's okay because you can't expect me to know how to love you. I don't know you.
So wait, so this is the new version of you that thinks like this?
No, I've actually thought like this. I've just not been able to vocalize it. And then I
think you all talk and no action. I'm quite sure that when you're in your element and in your situation with the guys you're dating, you're exactly like the women that I complain about. You exhibit precisely the same characteristics and behavioral patterns. Then you're going to come in here in the studio and give these grand speeches about the need to understand and about the need to tolerate and about the need to have common sense.
Yes, it's very,
I need to talk
important.
Let's call up one of your exes and have them on the phone.
That would
Let them tell us exactly what kind of a girlfriend you are. Because I feel like we're being sold a dream here.
I'm
a fantasy.
Super dope.
This ain't you.